especially tonight we have Mr. Badr and Nasser, which he will give us an extra edge on more insights, how to get your business from the qualification or from dreaming into not only getting engagements, but multiple and repeated engagements. This is only one of the topics that we will cover today. So without further ado, let me introduce our guest for today. And I am reading from his very rich profile. Mr. Badr al-Nasser is the Managing Director of Mabda Consultancies. Badr is a human performance consultant, trainer, and leadership coach. Worked with many businesses, facilitate the business sector by providing practical, interactive, and fun-filled activity-based trainings to the corporate sector through workshops and seminars. He has conducted numerous trainings and has 20 plus years of experience. Wow, we are so lucky tonight. He is a specialized leadership and employee performance, also as physiological, also a physiological assessor on psychological assessor on SHL and has an HAS. Okay. He has extensive experience in developing and facilitating consulting projects on employees' performance, leadership, and he is an ICF coach and a motivational speaker. Now, I haven't finished. I am going to go through the list of qualifications and professional accreditation, which, by the way, this list is going to be scrutinized tonight. Yeah, he does not know this, but I'm just telling you. So here's the list. He is a student's learning certification. He has a student's learning certification from Auckland University in New Zealand. He has an MBA from the University of Cambria in UK. He has an ICM HR diploma from UK. He has a Chartered Management Institute Level 7 as a chartered manager from UK. He's a certified Chartered Management Institute leadership trainer, certified CIPD trainer UK, certified UNIDO entrepreneurship counselor, certified leadership coach from UK, certified SHL assessor UK, certified ICF coach, and finally, get this, most recently he is an NOCN, which stands for National Open College Network. He is a trainer and internal and external verifier for the same. So wow, I know what I have created inside of you. We are into a very rich experience tonight with Mr. Badr and Nasser. So welcome, Mr. Badr and Nasser.
Well, damn it with the LinkedIn, Muhammad. I don't know where you get all this information from. Well done. Thank you very much. Great introduction, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you
so much.
Welcome.
Thank you for taking the time to be with us tonight.
It's my pleasure. My pleasure, dear. It's been something been waiting for a long time, to be honest.
Wonderful. Okay. Everything was pleasant and nice before we meet today until I got you into this. So Badr, don't expect anything to be, so classic and smooth from my side. The Toastmasters in this room, they know me very well. But just to draw a bit of laughter, let me tell everyone that we have a few questions that we will share with Mr. Badr and then at the hour, which is at 8 o'clock in around 49 minutes from now, we will open the room for Q&A questions, okay? Q&A session. So Mr. Badr, training is the topic of the session tonight, training talk. So trainers here, they want to talk and they want to listen to you and they want to talk to you, by the way. And one of the things that they have in their mind, I'm sure of this, is that training, this word has been So much overused, overdosed everywhere. It's mushrooming around us everywhere, whether there is COVID or not COVID, virtual or physical. Training is the word. The word is everywhere you look, left and right. There are trainers, training institutes, training qualifications, and it's on the rise. So in this very highly crowded world of training, who do you see yourself, Mr. Trainer? Are you just another trainer, or what exactly are you, and who do you look to yourself, Badr and Nasser?
Okay, we're starting with a very difficult question, but it's really smart. Thank you very much. You are right, but I like the word mushrooming though. You are right, Mohammed, where we stand today with all the training around and what is really happening. And is this the right career? If it was a career. But what I can see is there are people who tend to take this profession as a profession and start really early. And some just leave it to the late or early retirement, to be like their retirement plan, and to retire and then become a trainer or a consultant utilizing all their experience with their from their life. So now I took it from a very early, like not age, but a very early as a profession, where I started as a from the aviation sector. Started with Gulf Air as a trainer in the aviation. Well, more or less similar to the like health and safety, but this is like only purely with aviation. Where I stand today, like you, we are, it's just an adventurous area where we want to develop every day on a daily basis. We don't want to stay where we are unfortunately in the same place, because if we do not move, then we'll just be forgotten as just another trainer, like you said. Therefore, we need to imply everything that we learn, and we will just look for and seek for new opportunities to learn and be part of this, like the booster that we had today with the corona, because today we had like 10 years ahead of time. We were not ready for the online training. We did not really plan for the online training now, like last year and this year, but we were just boosted at 10 years ahead of time. Like, and there we are now. We're doing everything online. We're ready to be to live the future in a very safe and a good way. That's it.
So what I picked better, this is so cool that you started training within your company, which was aviation, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting, because so many of us actually do not think of training until their bosses or their employers give them the task of training as part of their duties.
Yeah.
Now, the question is, not all of us, when we leave our jobs or retire, actually continue to train, but you did. You actually did not stop there, and your training passion took you far beyond the retirement, and it did to me also. So can you clarify this part? What makes us want to do more training? Was there someone who told you outside, hey, why don't you continue training? What happened exactly?
To be honest, there's one word that we always say in management: walk the talk. And this is what I really want to do, because I moved on then to the BIBF, Bahrain Institute of Banking and Finance, to work with them for like 7 to 8 years in the Management and Leadership Center, and then moving to Qatar Finance Academy for another 3 years, and a compile of leadership and training besides all the studies, and being close to the people on different levels from wherever we started. Regardless of the aviation, when we said like I started training, I calculated the countries that I visited was almost 48 countries. The people I've taught, we're talking about 56 nationalities, different nationalities. We're more open to the culture, and because I'm into people as a trainer, and this is what it is. If you are really into people and into that touch of really putting a nudge to change, and not really to change, but to influence people towards change, then you gain it. This is what you really want. And this is what boosts us again, to what makes us happy, and we want to just move forward.
I like the word change actually. And this brings me to a question I did not prepare, but we are into a personality which we really want to take the most out of. So change, when you were a trainer in the company, was the change happening more than when you were a trainer outside? What's the difference when you're a corporate trainer and you are later a freelance or self-employed trainer or whatever? What's the difference in the word change that you mentioned?
The change that you have to really think of what is the surroundings, because we had a set of courses within the company. Then I moved into the institute with a set of courses within the organization, like BIBF, and that just limit our capabilities of really moving towards developing lots of other things. Like even my manager at that time, he thought like every task was handed to us. Was like, yes, I can do it. We can do it. We can start on developing new courses. So just develop new courses and new courses and new courses. Therefore, to go on a freelancer, then the challenge starts with really, like you mentioned at the beginning, what makes you different? How would people call you and say, we need you to come and do training for us? Because now it is there's a need for it to us as trainers. Like you're no longer getting your just salary as a trainer and thinking I have a set of courses to do, and it's developed by someone else, like probably years ago, and we just have to go and just deliver the courses. And these courses, whether you deliver it or someone else has delivered it, there's no much difference. The only thing is like the grading or the evaluation right at the end of the course. But now there's a big challenge for us because we're on the market and we can see it. Let me just say, or further say, we are in a competition, but trainers should understand our competition here is not with other trainers. Our competition is within ourselves. We have to move on forward to develop that new person who become a better trainer each day, because this is what best thing about training is we are teaching to learn and learning to teach both ways. I mean, it's not about the teaching.
I have to interrupt you there. I know what you said, you believe in that, and we know it's true that the competition is not with other trainers.
Yeah.
But on behalf of those attendees, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen in the room, please type a question or remark that you have, because we can pose it to Mr. Badr while we are in that subject or critical question. Let me just oppose you in a way. In the company, when I was the trainer, come on, my trainings were scheduled, the presentations, materials were done for you. And no, there is no competition. Yes, there were other trainers, but no competition because I have to do it. Now, when I'm outside, it's a big jungle and there's too much competition. How can you not look at other trainers who speak your language, who are training in your industry and your market and the same subjects? How can you not compete with them? It is a competition there. It's even if you don't look at it like that. Help me here, Badr.
Yes, you are right. If you look at it from that wise, but what I really want to focus on is my own skills, my own capabilities. How can I develop myself? Fine, I can see that Muhammad Shukri is doing an excellent job within this. To be honest, when we talk about competition, like for business to another business, they can see and feel and buy the products and they do evaluation and they do everything about, but I did not sit in the other trainers that I think I might be competing with. I did not sit in their classes. I did not see the way they are teaching. I was not their students or their trainee. So therefore, I'm not capable of really evaluating this person. I can just see how, for example, today we can see the influencers on the social media. They probably have millions of followers, but like the book writers, some of them, when they come and talk, they cannot deliver a speech, but they're really excellent at writing. Therefore, I did not have the chance to sit in their class to really think, what is their secret? I want to know what secrets that I have that I can develop myself to become a better trainer. and go on and move. Because if I keep thinking of what do they have that I don't have, and I just want to watch them all constantly, I don't know. I want to know what do I have, so I just focus on my strengths.
Well, I will have to agree with you, but one day we were competing on a training and you took it from me.
I know that when you said it, I didn't know.
You don't know, I know. I just wanted to make it a surprise here for everyone.
Yeah.
And this company, it was negotiating with me this training, and then they went silent, okay? And then suddenly I see you delivering the training for them. I'm like, okay, ma'alish, better, okay. That's good for you. You took.
But being honest, I don't think that was fair, because you are much greater than me. And I think every trainer is greater than me. But my link is with the trainees here, and they have to, I'm sure you're doing a great job, and they'd love you trainer.
It's really يعني, out of your kind heart saying that. I just want to make the session more flamboyant. And so Fatima Jassim says, in some cases the trainees might also be competitors to the trainer. This is not clear to me. Fatima, would you want to explain more? Interesting.
Yes. There are trainers who they don't cope with the new technologies and the new knowledge and so on. And they train new graduates who are highly educated and have higher knowledge and experience than them. So in the training session, yes, the trainee might be a competitor. In some
That's
cases.
a very good point, Fatima, and I would like our guests to comment on that. You see, I would agree with you, Fatima, that our students might be more advanced than us in a lot of ways, especially technical ways. But experience, I will let the experienced answer us. Fadal.
To be honest, Fatima, if we cannot look into that in this way, because we are in the training field, we are not into the teaching field, we are not in the educational field. Because I, as a manager or as a leader, and leaders would like to hire, he could be holding a diploma and he's the old school, but he could hire a PhD person within his team. So he'll never compete with me as part of my team. Now, it's the way you utilize these trainees with you within the training sessions to really utilize and use all these skills that they have, because they're not here to compete with me. They might be excellent. Like for example, last week, I asked one of the trainees and I said, okay, so what do you do? He said, this is my job at my recent work, my current job. But on the other hand, I'm a trainer like you, just like you. I said, well done, very good. I'm happy to have you here, so you can help me out with my training. And then everything we were saying, he was just like recording. He said, like, this is really interesting. This is really interesting. In a way, we still have something that they don't have. We might say they are really advanced with the technology. Fine, use them, without getting that hunch of thinking that, oh, he's competing with me. Then you lose that, your moral will be lower and your confidence will be lower, and you'll not be able to deliver the main objective of that training. So use them.
Mashallah. Yeah, this is so true. And I think there is one aspect, maybe in technical terms, they can be faster, they can be better. Yes. And I can say that even running a course with a lot of energy and more advanced games, everybody can do that. Yeah. But you and I know, ladies and gentlemen, that it is not about the experience in the class, okay? That matters, but how much he takes of that and is able to apply, which brings me to the next question. And when you were a trainer in the company and outside, you had clients. In the first case, your client was the boss anyway, and you delivered the training. And the students, they go back to their departments. Hopefully they will apply. But my question is this: and you want to impress and impact not only the students in the room and the trainees in the room while you are running the course, but also the client who hired you to train them, the company who most probably they are not in the room, but they are waiting for the results of the training. So now you have two agendas here. I feel better. You have two agendas. You want to make these students successful, but you also want to satisfy the objectives and the reason why they hired you to train them. Can you comment on this? How to actually strike a balance and hold the two ropes equally? Over to you.
To start with Muhammad, we are surrounded by the triangle of my manager. If I was working in a training company, if I was in an institute, so my manager is one area because he is the one to monitor my performance, and he has all that for the end of year appraisals or the semi-annually, whatever is there. So that is one area. The other area, which is yes, the participants, and the third area, which is the client, which is their boss or their HR manager, training manager. Now, delivering a great training here, being a good performer, you will have all these triangles, all these in a good place. You're fine, because all you have to do is just focus on great training. Because some of the trainees, and I would just say the style or the type of trainees or the objectives of trainees when they attend training. I just wanted to mention, like maybe probably had as trainers, you know, that some of them who are just coming to leave their job just to out of their job, which is the vacationers. And we have the prisoners who's really forced by their managers to come to this training. And we have one who's really eager. And we have the fourth type, which is just collecting certificates and like to add up to his CV. So these are four types objectively.
Well, better. Can you say them again and give me a second? Just I will read Mr. Samih Al-Alawi's question. What are the techniques you do to make the trainees learn and improve their skills and behaviors, which I think falls under your answer and the next question. So can you repeat the four categories of trainees? This is so valuable, I feel.
Good. We have, these are the four categories of their tendency when they attend. So like one of them, which is a vacationer, just like I'm attending with an objective of just leaving my job. I want to break the routine, so vacationer. The second one is a prisoner. He's morally forced by his management. Or, you know, there's an email came out to him and he just had to come. He doesn't have any choice. The third one, which a person who is coming as he's been requesting to attend to these trainings many times, and he's an eager. And the fourth one, which is a person who wants just to add up another course to his CV. And if you attend to some of the managers, for example, with all due respect, you find lots of certificates hanged on the wall, and you probably ask him, oh, so you've attended this, train the trainer with this so-and-so, and he said, yeah. So tell me, can you just tell me one of the skills you've learned there? They say, I don't even remember attending with who, because I went to Sharm el-Sheikh for 4 days and I attended it was a nice holiday. So he was going really a vacation, plus, you know, having the certificate. So depending on what do they really want when they come.
So I'm hearing you. Yeah, Abu Ali, so I'm hearing you that if I have to do a good job and focus on the delivery, because the delivery will indirectly impact even the client. Is that what you're saying?
Definitely. Now, when we are talking about the triangle again, if I was working, if it is my own entity, like today, we are, yourself and I, we are delivering training and we are our own bosses, then the triangle is, yes, it is me, it's my reputation, it's my name, it's my company's image, everything that falls into that place. So if I deliver a great presentation or training, then first of all, again, we want to see what is the objective of these managers. For example, I give you one of the managers I went to, and they said, okay, we want these customer frontliners to have an excellent experience. we want you to train them. I said, fine, but you have to pay the price. He said, yeah, sure, just send me a proposal. I said, no, that's not what I'm talking about. I want you to follow the changes that they want, so they will have, because there are lots of things they have, there are probably suggestions and things. And there's one thing I always say, we want to satisfy our customers. I tell my team that we want to satisfy our customers. And in order to satisfy my customers, I have to satisfy you, because you are the frontliners there with the customers. So if this manager is really intending to do all what it takes to make these people follow the action plan that we give them as trainers, then we are on good side. We're all working on this. But if they just want to fill in the gap, oh, they've attended 1 training, 2 trainings, finished, then it's just another number on their CV.
Absolutely. And I like what you said about, actually making the agenda of the attendees and their goals and objectives a priority. Yeah. Sometimes, no, the trainer goes in with his agenda to leave, some remark and he becomes memorable, rather than the training experience must be memorable for the students. So I fully attest on that. So ladies and gentlemen, we are now into the big question, which we promised, and it goes in all our minds, which is, so let me read from DTM Manju, all the way from India. If we are taking a training not for a corporate, but for general public, yeah, which we do a lot, right? And then you find that a couple of competitors, trainers, are attending your uniquely designed course to copy the content. How would you handle this? It is related to Fatima's question and competition. Would you like to take that better?
Sure.
You got the scenario, right?
Yeah. If you would like to answer it, please be my guest.
If it's online, I will not admit them in the room. No, I'm just kidding.
I honestly really don't care, because you can come and ask me for my presentation and say, okay, but I'll send it to you in a PDF. That's fine with you. You can ask me to, like a lady a few months back, she said, I have this, I have attended this with you. Can you send it to me in presentation, because I want to, and it was like you've just mentioned, Mr. Manju, is it?
Yeah, it is Manju,
yeah. The same thing, and she wanted to deliver this to her management as a presentation. And I remember that was one of the programs I put, which is called After the Crisis, which is Excel After Crisis. We're talking about just how to perform better. So anyway, I did it for the community. I did it for, so it depends again on your objective. Why did you do it? If you are out there in public to get everyone to be involved, then I will be very happy to spread out the knowledge and make everyone does it. I sent her the presentation so happily, and she was really surprised that, yes, I said, yes, sure, I will send it to you. So I sent her the presentation. I, in fact, coached her on it. How would she deliver it as a presentation? I said, go ahead, good luck. And there's nothing, no hidden agenda to it. And she was very happy about it. And then she just thanked me and she said, they loved it.
Yeah, but this lady was honest with you. I like those types of people who say to you, actually, frankly, I am coming and I want to learn from you, but I also want to take this training further to my people.
Yeah.
Actually, it makes me happy for them to be honest and open with me. In fact, we will help them. But Manju says that there are people who are sneaking there, and these people didn't come to. If I may answer a short answer, the short answer, Manju, is we cannot stop anyone from taking anything, not in this age. Even if we have 10 stamps of copyright from 10 bodies or institutions, we cannot. Actually, we have to accept this risk, and if we are passionate about what we are delivering, we have to go ahead and do it anyway. But there is a famous parable or metaphor I like, which is the golden eggs, the goose that lays a golden egg every day. So maximum those copy trainers can do, they can steal the eggs. They can steal the golden egg, yes, and they can sell it. They can steal your golden course and they can sell it, but they cannot steal the goose that lays those eggs, and that's you. The production, as Stephen Covey calls it, the production capability. They can steal the product, but not the production capability, which is you as a trainer and an innovative trainer. What do you think, Badr?
Well done. That's really, that says it all, because like I said, I really don't care. I cannot stop them because I want to focus on my own trainings. I want to focus on my future plans. I want to focus on so many things because, like you said, now the knowledge is there. It's like scientists were, the last 10 years, they were so shocked that, you know, the knowledge has just been stolen. Knowledge is everywhere. We cannot do anything because Google has it all. And what's coming is even more, with all the chips in the heads and all the things that's coming with the technology. So why bother?
Okay, that's really beautiful. And I thank you all for your interaction. And now I am preparing everyone for the mega question. The question is the smallest question, by the way, but the answer is the longest because I really asked Mr. Badr, and he was so happy to respond positively that we have you know, a challenge, all of us as trainers, okay? And that challenge is we want to be hired. We have training qualifications, we have the subject matter, we have the experience, we have the passion, and we are ready to go. But we want to be hired. When we were at work, when I was at Alba, I was hired anyway, not paid extra, but you know, schedule. Now I want to be hired. I want to deliver training and I'm marketing myself, but I'm not getting there. So what is your secret to be hired and rehired? And before you answer, because I know it's going to be, you know, a menu out there. Let me remind you that we welcome those who came again and remind everyone that we are in Training Talk, a supplementary program by Y-Access Training Solutions. This is episode 2, where we deliver hacks, packs of hacks you were not taught at taught. We want to help every trainer and trainer to be even advanced trainers to get, you know, insights from experts in the training industry. So let me read this question before we go on. Do you all notice, this is from Firas from Saudi Arabia, do you all notice that females are more interested in attending developing courses and they are more keen in gaining the skills and knowledge? Shall we keep it to later? Because this is a key one, right? Better? Okay, I'll keep it to later so that we make sure no female is leaving tonight early.
Great.
Just kidding. No one will leave this beautiful session with Badr, of course. So, Badr, how to be hired as a trainer and rehired and have repeated business? Badr, over to you.
Good, thank you. We're asked a question here. Can everyone become a trainer? Because there's another question, like I say, is everyone a leader? Now, if I ask you a question, can everyone become a trainer? What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Can everyone become a trainer?
You can answer in the chat box, please. Go ahead.
Yes or no? Go ahead. Can you all become, not all of you, but I'm sure that can everyone around us?
It says yes, we can if we have the knowledge and skills, and Iman says no, not everyone. Manju says no, not everyone. I am surprised. These two are trainers. These two females are trainers.
Yeah.
Anyway, and Firas says not everyone, but most can. Interesting answers.
Good, good.
What does Isra from Oman think? Manju says it is like, okay, you can read it if you wish.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Like, can everyone run? Yes, everyone can.
Yes.
Usain Bolt can run. Usain Bolt. So the question may be, can you do training? Can you take training? Yes, but to be a trainer is different from can I take training? That's my belief. Training is something to be delivered with passion. That's why, you know, there were people who actually attended. When I take a training, some say, can I come and observe? I said, sure. So they come and observe, they take the content, like you said, egg. But I have watched them deliver, but the way we deliver will be uniquely different. Same topic. I'm sure every trainer, like if we give the same training content to Shukri sir and Nasser sir, I'm sure both of you will deliver in 2 different ways. So I think training, yes, anyone can take a training, but only those who have the core passion to train only can be a trainer.
Great. Thank you very much, Manju. Now we know why ladies are really attending training, because you are so, knowledge rich, and we really need that. Thank you very much, Manju. Yes, definitely. Otherwise, we would never leave training and saying, oh, we had a horrible trainer today. That's why everyone can train like that. Good trainers, they're really excellent trainers, and they are so, those trainers. And there are the trainers like you've mentioned. Yes, I have attended a training with this person and I really liked his style. The other person would say, no, I didn't like him. So this is why everyone has their own way of getting the information here, to listen to that, the knowledge that they're spreading out, and to decide whether this trainer really suits my way of understanding, yes or no.
Lovely. So now I am in control, sorry, because I'm aware that we are maybe 20 minutes away from the Q&A session, and we want that golden mine, how to become hired as a trainer and rehired and repeated business. Yeah.
Very good. To be honest, best thing is you need to have some certain skills, and not only the skills, we just want to keep on doing the same things just to perform high. Now the competition is high, yes, for there to pick you as a trainer, but your network has to be in linked with other people. If you've realized, while we were sitting at home, we didn't have much of really connecting with people, but yet when we are connected, then the possibility is higher. I have a few areas to say, like, first of all, to become a excellent trainer, and one of the qualities is really understand why do you want to become a trainer. Then your level of confidence will be high. You'll know how, why you want to become a trainer, and then why are you there in the market? What is your specialties? The second thing is seek to understand before you're understood. So make sure that your knowledge is there, and it's really, and I got this from Stephen Covey, where seek to understand before you are understood, which is really a very important area. Without knowledge, we cannot be that good trainers. The third thing is listen to be listened to. And what I think is, if you don't listen to people, and I don't really give you the chance, like what Muhammad is doing now, is giving the chance to everyone to listen, and we listen to each other. And this is what the big tool is. They'll never want to listen to you. And you will not be the choice of a trainer. Continuous learning. We can see that this person is developing. This trainer is, wow, he's developing his online skills, his virtual training. Again, with the continuous learning journey, I want to become a student. I'm not only a trainer. When I go there, I just want to say, we are here to learn, because we are in training sessions, guys. We will, like what you mentioned earlier, Fatma, that yes, there could be some of these trainees, some of those trainees are competing with us. They want to compete with us. But if I don't go with that mindset, then we'll not have effects on our training methods. Because what I'm going there is just to deliver a good training, and I will be happy to have these people within this is a challenge and opportunity at the same time. And I'm sure we all have faced these challenges there. So I want to put myself in their place as a student as well. How would they think? How would they learn? How would they understand? What's the best way of method of training? Now, this will result on good training, and their managers will see how my training has resulted positively on their performance while they are at work. Then we'll be, yes, definitely we want this person, because we can see everyone within the organization talking about him or her. They did a good job, so we want them back again. Be genuinely interested with people. I really want to help out people. I'm not here for just, the money is important. Financially, I want to become in a secure place, but definitely I want to be there to help out and be genuinely interested with people. Also be flexible, and how we know that how many changes has happened within the organization. They change today, tomorrow, and then, okay, we'll make it next month, and then fine. You don't have to become, snap at it and become upset. They can see you're flexible and according to your calendar and their calendar as well. Good. Number 7 here on my list, it says positive but empathetic. Like, I want to have empathy with people. I want to be on, some people think like, positive mental attitude, you have to be positive, always continuous positive. I cannot be that all the time, not because I have so many reasons, because people, there are some of them really are facing crisis. They are not happy. They have issues with their managers. So I need to empathize with them at the same time. On a positive level, I want to drift their minds to become more positive. But I cannot just say, nah, it's okay, just forget about it, you'll be fine, because they are suffering. And some of us, especially with, due respect, some of those academic, purely academic lecturers, they did not work under the pressure that these employees are working sometimes, therefore they do not really empathize with them, thinking like, this is what we are learning and this is the way we want it. So number 9 here, so do what you're good at, because what you're good at is the thing that you really enjoy. And if you don't enjoy it, how can you really move this feeling and your, let's say, the power and energy to others if you don't? Number 10, sorry, have a daily and especially a training ritual, to become a better trainer, no matter what. Yes, like we went throw back to the being positive. I'm sorry, it's a long list here. There's just 2 more to go. We have to have a ritual every day on a daily basis where concerning our health, our life, and to really go there and convince others, because I'm walking my talk here when I say, be healthy. I can show the health through my way of delivering. At the same time, when I say there is a ritual before the training, before you training, you have to find something that makes you have the same standard. Like, you're not a moody person that you change depending on the days of the week. We can see something say, on Sundays, I feel like 4 out of 10. On Thursdays, I'm 10 out of 10. We cannot do that as trainers. So there's no way. And the last number 11 and 12, 11 is time management, definitely. And they can see that throughout your training. And 12 is just prepare icebreakers, because it will help us all the time. And then they can see the active mindset throughout the training. And you can tell also, it will give us all the things from the beginning, whether they are ready for this training, what do they need, how can I change, going back to our flexibility. And these are my 12 qualities that I think we as trainers, we need them. And I'm sure you are doing an excellent job. It's just my values. And
yeah, that's exactly the word, my values. Ladies and gentlemen, when I asked him today, this was not the question, actually, one of the questions in the interview. But I told him I would love if you can answer this question, how to be hired and rehired again and again. He immediately said, Muhammad, I will share with you my top 10 or maybe 7 or 12 values. So in short, ladies and gentlemen, what you're looking at in the chat box is a trainer at a Badr's level and reputation, by the way, in the Gulf, not only in Bahrain and beyond. And he says as simple as that. These are the simple my values, my credo. And I want the audience to share with me, to tell me which one did resonate with you more, and which one do you want actually to get more example, probably from Mr. Badr. Which one is to you is more important than others? Can you please share? Can you talk in the chat, or even open the mic, and before we go to the last question, because these are really 12 commandments of Badr and Nasser, which we are very grateful he shared with us. Yes, friends. Do what you're good at. Dr. Atul says, do what you're good at. I love that. Yes, it is very key. Yeah. And someone typed them for us all. Badr, that's you, Badr. Okay. And thank you so much. how can I go here? The new message says number 5. Muhammad Haji says number 5. Muhammad Haji, number 5 is
Be genuinely.
yeah, be genuinely interested in people. Good one, Muhammad. Muhammad is scheduled to attend our next training of trainers, which will happen, by the way, yeah, it will happen in beginning of December from 5th to 9th December. We have a physical train the trainer from Highfield awarding body here in Bahrain, by the way, to let you know. Khalid Jalal says number 9, and number 9 is Badr.
Number 9 is
Be fair, I think. Do what you're good at.
do what you're good at. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Be fair,
And
what
of
you
course, I
are.
would expect that from Khalid Jalal, who showed us how to be good at, promoting on LinkedIn in his Train the Trainer, led by example. Someone said, okay, so that's it. Number 9. Anyone wants to comment on these values before I go to the last question, and then we go to the Q&A? This is your session. Please chip in anytime. So, Badr, moving on to the last question. So that was really valuable. Now, what's your advice for new trainers in particular? Those who have accomplished their TOT, in other words, they are certified trainers, okay, and are ready to enter the training industry. And I wish I had someone like you in the beginning, because I just entered the training industry. But hey, we have Badr and Nasser to give this advice. Something better you will reflect on back. You wish someone told you before you entered that train, but now you are aware of it. Over to you, Abu Ali.
Thank you. What I would say, to really be known as with the good skills, and to, like, you probably had those comments out of an expert trainer like yourself, Muhammad, while you're training them, and say you delivered a good training session for your trainees, and then they were fine. They got the TOT certification, or they're certified trainers. So now it's for them to go out there and promote themselves. Now, if they cannot really go and then get paid for it, because it's like building something, and where everyone is asking you, what is your work, and who are your clients? And this is the first thing they would ask you. So just start developing clients. During the pandemic, I did not think of just a financial security anymore. I was just thinking, I have time to spare. I went back to my clients and I said to them, I have 1, 2, 3 programs for free. I'm delivering it to you for free. Which one do you want? And then I have 15 people sparing for this month for you to coach 1 hour each for free. So just give me the names. So I went on doing that now, just like last year. And throughout this, I got so like different businesses, different opportunities, because I did it genuinely interesting in people. I just wanted to do it because not only to promote, because I had the time. And there is, let's make use of it. So for new trainers, they should go out there and start developing and exercise and do as much as they can training. Do not wait for the opportunity, like financially. Just go ahead and do training for, first of all, decide what do you want to train. And then I'm really happy with communication skills. Just put communication skills on the list and go out and do it, because it's one of the easiest and most useful thing that we need out of the soft skills. So go ahead and do it.
And it's highly demanded as well. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's top of the list because we need it. So why not just go ahead and do it? Deliver a one-day seminar, one-day workshop today with all these the platforms that we have. You can just do it for free for other people. You can just invite.
You know, Badr, I would like to share a story.
Sure.
In Instagram, this lady direct messaged me, and I don't know her. She says, Mr. Muhammad, my name is so-and-so, and I want to deliver a training for free. Can you help me? Any training for any client, any students that you have, absolutely free of charge. I am starting my training. I haven't trained before, and she's clearly telling me that. She, insisted, and she got the training out of me. I had, summer students last summer. I said, okay, I need a workshop on leadership and innovation, creativity. She said, okay, I will do it. She did it for 2 hours, and I really admired. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. So just ask. I'm reading Khalid Jalal's answer, which says they should be mentored while training for some time. Now, Khalid is a leader in Toastmasters, and mentoring is at the heart of his passion. But what if nobody mentors me? Shall I wait just like this? Do you ask for mentors better? Is it okay to ask for someone to mentor me?
During my work with my institute, like class institutes at the BIBF, we had this program of peer review, and we have our peers, like every month we had my peers, my colleagues were sitting in each other. So I sit in their sessions, certain evaluation, because we are colleagues, so we do that. To have really a mentor, I would love to have a mentor. Yeah, yet maybe it depends on, do you really want a mentor for you to become a better trainer, or you want a mentor to ensure that this training is better training for us?
Okay, Khalid says if you have opportunity, then you should attempt it. But if there is no mentor, go ahead and experiment on others. Yeah, that means Khalid in all cases saying you should not stop just sitting there and doing nothing. Yeah. So, okay, so now we are officially over with the main questions. We are now into the Q&A session. So your questions, please, will be answered. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to open the mic, you want to raise your hand so that you be in the lane, or you want to type your questions, whichever way. Please don't miss this opportunity with Mr. Badr and Nasser. I have a very hot question for Mr. Badr, but I'm keeping it till the end, preferring that our guests pose their questions. So who wants to go? Okay, Fatma Jasem, please go ahead, sister.
Mr. Badr, we know that you are a consultant, you are a leader, you are a manager, and you are a trainer. In these sessions where you are training employees, especially your employees, do you find it difficult to separate the training from the other functions like motivation, knowledge sharing, advising, and all of this mentoring, and all of these common areas that goes into developing the person and his skills?
Very good question.
Excellent question. Yes, I agree. Shukran, Akhti Fatma. Thank you very much. Now, we at the end and at the beginning, we're human. And like you mentioned, inshallah, I am a leader, because leaders cannot say we are leaders. Our teams, actually, they would say you are a good leader, or an excellent leader. Hopefully, yes. When I train them on certain areas, and I find there are good training needs analysis of what they really need and require, as to build a good team building and to make sure that my team are really doing an excellent job. Yes, but however, it's closer to me because I know them. If they are new trainees, other companies, I don't know them. So I'm just trying to discover who are these people. But if they are my team, I know them, I know their performance. I will not, you can joke, we can have fun, we can mentor them and then coach them. Now, when I say, I've seen good leaders, I've seen, the other managers who calls themselves leaders, and they are not really good leaders. We've seen all that, with our journey of at work. So what do we really need to do here is, what do we want from these people? So we always have to bring them to desired state. Where do you want to take them from? So we tell them that because they're probably in the blind area. They don't know that they are lacking these competencies. So I can see that they are lacking their competencies, or I can see they are higher or high performers, and they don't know that they are really a high performer. They don't have an idea that they're really excellent at their job. So therefore, I need to enlighten them by telling them that, no, you're excellent, and I want you to actually coach other staff or other of the team.
Abu Ali, okay, of course, what you're saying makes total sense. But here's the catch. Would you do this? Would you share your knowledge, extra experience, go out of the context and stop the syllabus, okay? You are supposed to cover the training objectives and go through the activities and finish. But if you go out of your way to share your experience, that's what she's saying, and share stories and do extra motivation, separate coaching here and there, it will eat from the course. You're supposed to go with the course. Are you ready to go out of the line and do all that?
We're not here to go out of the line. You might pick and choose something to make people are interested in your training while you are training it. You want to bring them back on board. You don't want them to miss anything up. So you can bring a story. Okay, let's just, a story out of this, but this is how we want to socialize with them on that level. So they would accept it. And I always call it the Aikido methods. The Aikido is a martial art that we tend to bring them in our circle, and then we use their force against them. So this is what we want to do.
So you bring them to agree on a point and then use that point. And excellent. Okay, we are learning. We promised you we are learning, and we are. So let me take the question posed by Mr. Firas from Saudi Arabia earlier. He said, did you all notice that females are more interested in attending developing courses, self-development courses? That's what he meant. And they are more keen in gaining the skills and knowledge. I have noticed that usually the proportion of ladies are more in my courses related to self-development mainly, but of course not safety, which is mainly us, the males. But generally, yes, that's the case that Firas al-Shakhs mentioned. I want your take on that better, but I also want the ladies here to give us some insight on this. Tfaddal, better.
No, I would like to leave it to the ladies to answer that, because I have realized that, like what Mr. Faras has just mentioned, definitely, even with my coaching sessions, I have 90% of my coaches are ladies. Attending development, yes, almost 70% ladies. And we can see even probably like most of these rooms are ladies. So definitely they have that secret of development and continuous learning.
Yes.
And
it's a very high pride for us here in the Arab region, by the way, because the stigma around ladies not given the education and the but our ladies are proving this wrong. Let's listen to Fatma again. Let's listen from the lady herself. Fatma.
I think that the ladies, by their nature, they are developers, and especially they are human developers, and they like to see the people around them prospering. See, the mother, her role in life is all about the human development. So it's in her nature more than the fathers. So that's why I think the ladies like this field, and they love it so much, and they really, if they are real trainers, they like to see others prospering and developed in all areas.
Very good point. Very good point. As mothers, of course, they have this innate nature in them, and it pushes them actually to become even better developers of the generation. Well done, Fatma. Who else would like to comment on that? Ladies, sisters, any comment? are they attending also with high attendance the training delivered by ladies as well? I'm sure, because that's what I see in the pictures anyway. Okay, let's move on to my critical question. As long as no one else has a question, yalla, you can.
One question I have, sir. I have one question. Should we
Manju,
file?
please.
Yeah, I'm Manju. Should we file a copyright? Sorry, I'm trying to start the video. It's a bit, should we file a copyright for a unique course that we are designing, or a registration or something should be done for our unique course or something?
Good. Hi, Manju. If you are capable of doing that and you think you can do that within the area that you're at, and there are the laws and legalities working towards this, then fine. Yes, definitely. Especially like if your courses are accredited, and or you have your own way of you have definitely made something out of all your research, your own researches, then yes, definitely do it.
Okay.
I would also add that maybe your kind, character, or your peaceful character wants to actually avoid getting into war, and after all, the cost of going into this conflict might be more. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
If we keep quiet about all those people who trespass our materials, then we are encouraging, actually, because the rule in management says what you allow, you encourage, actually. So we cannot turn a blind eye. Yes, but we can start, gradually. We can talk to the guy. I know what you did, in other words, I know what you did. Some people, they are enough. This is enough for them, and they might behave, or, but Dr. Atul from India, please, we want to hear your insights. Go ahead, sir.
Good evening, everyone. I am Atul from Mumbai. My question is not related to contents. Of course, it was well taken. My question is more related to logistics around training. Earlier in the past, a lot of traveling was involved. There were accommodation issues, visa issues, and things like that. Though pandemic is not a good thing, but pandemic also is a blessing in disguise in connecting the countries across the border, where trainers can reach out to, breadth and length of this globe. And it also positively affects the economy. Earlier, if I used to pay, say, $2,000 for a training, 5-day training, because it was based on my accommodation and flying to another country and trainer flying to another country. So how do you see that training has come in for a better deal both for trainers and trainees? Trainers can get a wide spectrum of audience from across the globe, and trainees can benefit from a good fee. Over to Mr. Badr.
Yes, and Mr. Badr not only is a traveler trainer, but also he was in the traveling industry in the aviation. So Abu Ali, unmute and answer us.
Thank you, Mr. Dr. Atul. It was really another great question out of you gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Today, like we can see, the knowledge is everywhere. I mean, just to go back with Manju, and really we are worrying about our on delivering material and the books that we create, or the material that we create. If we think of it as a forgiving mindset, now today we're thinking of the learning mindset, how this is really helping us. Because like we said, this has boosted our time in 10 years ahead of time because of the pandemic. Now we don't have to travel now. If this was really attending a program, and my dear friend Muhammad has booked a nice room for us, or a hall somewhere where only the people surrounding will be attending, we will not have this great opportunity of meeting people from all over the world. which is, it's a good opportunity for us as well as, you know, hopefully yours as well to gain this experience. And this is what we really have to do, is when the interdependency here is really getting into more knowledge and fertilizing better knowledge in different ways. And we need this. What's really happening today is what we really need, is connecting the whole world together, is to become more of trainers internationally. We not just say I'm an international trainer. If I didn't go to India or Mumbai, now I have people are with me talking to me. They can tell me how are they feeling there, what is really happening there. And in terms of, if I ask you a question now, I could not ask the same question if I was in a hole. Like, what is the situation with training nowadays during this pandemic? So this is really a great opportunity in spite of whatever issues that we have. I hope that is answering you, Dr. Atul.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
All righty. So as we approach, we have 8 more minutes. I am prepared to, you know, throw my bombshell question. Okay, that's not a bombshell.
You're still insisting on that.
Yeah, but the bombshell actually is your profile. So this is what, you know, this is what caught my attention. You know, there are the qualifications you have, just the ones you shared with me. I'm sure you have more certifications, are around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, I kept saying certified, certified, certified. Now, my question is this, and it, you know, it's very common. Do I become a better trainer and I get more training gigs because I have more certifications? In other words, to increase my chances of becoming out there in the market and, you know, have more chances of getting hired, do I have to actually get certificate after certificate after certificate? Is that what worked for you, or what? What is this bombshell doing in your list?
Okay, thank you, Mohammed. Fatama Hamaski, he did not leave me until then. If we go back to the type of objectively trainees, and we saw about the 4 types, if you remember, those who has their objectives are whether vacationer or prisoner or eagers or stamp collectors, I call them, or the certificate collectors. Now, I am one of these trainees, because when you attend, everyone has an objective. What do you really want out of this training? And if I really want to develop, I really want to have more knowledge in my life, something that I want to, this is what I really want to develop within me. But I can say I have attended 3 train the trainer courses, one of them like train the trainer, and then train of the trainer, and then I have the master trainer. So because I wanted to see different views, different areas, and because I'm dealing and train the trainer. So I started with this development, like, let's just go more of the train the trainer things. I want to see what is more. This is, so whether I am intending to utilize and use everything that I'm gaining out of these certifications for my training, or whether it's just for my own benefits. Like, for example, I attended energy healing, or let's say one of these programs that you've attended. I think I never trained these courses, but it's for my own self. I wanted it to help me out. I attended, like, I went all the way to Thailand for these kind of trainings 10 years ago or 11 years ago. And I just wanted, because I want to maintain my stress level when I'm training, studying, and working at the same time, besides, of course, the family, that's another area. So all that compiling on one person, and you need to really walk.
I like that very much, and I also resonate with it. Which, for example, coaching. You know, I took the coaching, the certification, but I didn't actually move on to PCC or MCC. And people are pushing me. I'm saying I want it for myself, and I'm benefiting in my training and in my personal life. But whether better you are using it to learn for yourself, which is a good trait of every trainer. He is curious. Trainers, authentic trainers, are always curious for more. Okay, No training engagement is forcing them. Actually, they don't have to have a training engagement in order to search more or learn more.
Yeah.
And whether you learn it for yourself or for others, actually, we can see it in the way you are helping the community here in Bahrain and beyond Bahrain. And in this room, actually, tonight, it was very evident that we have benefited from the sum of all this, your character, your experience, and also these certifications have shown their, fingerprints on your path. Anyone wants to actually say a final word? Or I'm very happy tonight. You were right, Dr. Atul and Badr again. We are having people look at this. Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Oman, India, Sri Lanka, where else? Oh, and we are only 12. Look at this. This is, really, really big. We are very lucky. Anyone wants to say anything, any question you have for Mr. Badr? Or for me? Not, yeah? Someone unmuted.
Yes, it's me again.
Fatma, yes, of course, Fatma.
Because Mr. Badr, your specialization is in management, leadership, and you are a trainer. And of course, you are excellent in all these areas. But for the people who have this, who have the training ability, and also they are good in their specialization. Maybe some of the some people are very excellent in managerial and office work and or any specialization, and they are also good as trainers. If they have to choose one of them, how can they decide? What is the advice for them to decide whether to be a trainer or to have a job in it? For example, you can do the training and also you perform the job. I can see that you are now doing both consultancy and training, and this is a very excellent solution. But if the person has only one choice, how can he decide?
Okay, thank you, Fatma. I would just say that what really makes you feel better is when you focus on one area, and if you can focus on one area that makes you feel better and it fulfill all your needs and wants at the same time. So I would suggest that you really see and you need to plan according to your needs and wants and the way your lifestyle and how you're living. And some of us would say, like, just follow your passion, follow your whatever you're feeling, and then some of these motivational speakers just push people. Like one of the ladies, and just it's not out, but definitely one of the ladies, she said, I attended to a certain public speaker, and after that I did not like my job. I wanted to leave because she was feeling that she was estimating herself, and she was feeling like she's too much for this job. And I don't know if I should written there that watch out for the ego level here. So the ego level is very important here. I would just say, like, make sure that your ego level, we need the ego, yes, definitely, because otherwise we'll not be confident when we are training. But we do not want it to be higher, because as people are telling you, you're excellent, you're excellent, you're excellent, and this will just go up. Now, they might say you're excellent at training, but does it really work for you? Does it really fulfill all the needs? So you need to calculate it according to your way of living and what really works for you better. I cannot just give you one solution that fits all. This is the thing. So you can always chat Fatma anytime with Akhoy Muhammad. He can always help you. I can help you with that, even if you want to go further talking about this. I'll be glad to.
Yeah, mashallah, but you did answer, and there is actually no one way. If I may, that I receive this question a lot when I'm coaching people, especially in career, and until I had to create a program called Azmat Muntasaf al-Ilm, which means, mid-learning crisis. When we reach at a point which we have a lot of expertise, knowledge, background, and competency, and actually we don't know what to do with it. Do we do training or consultancy or write a book?
Exactly.
Or actually get another job doing the same thing we used to do? So in that program, which Iman Dawood also was there, we gave some sort of mathematics, but also key questions to know that actually the bottom line, I'm going to tell you here, I'm not selling the program. The program is available, recorded, but here's the thing. If you only train about your past experience and do not practice it, you can be an expert lecturer, trainer, writer about your subject matter, but do not practice it. You can, but guess what? Your experience will go down. I'll give you an example. I was a safety professional back in Alba. I was practicing safety and training it. In 2010, I retired. So no more practicing safety management, but I was an experienced consultant in safety. So I went to the countries and companies helping them with safety consultancy, but I missed practicing safety. And I don't want to go back into a paid job again, really, day job. So although I got my MBA on safety, it was that good for me. But I stopped practicing safety. So it will affect. If you can practice and teach, that is really optimum. But it's not available for all of us, by the way. I am a public speaking trainer, but I also deliver public speaking. If I do not deliver public speaking and I only teach it, I will become weak. I will become less experienced. Does that make sense, Fatma?
Yes, yes. It really
maybe not in a
clarifies
job.
the
Yes, maybe not in a job. Like look at Badr. Badr has a company of his own. He has Mabda Consultations. So he is an entrepreneur. So he does not only preach on entrepreneurship. He is also a CEO and entrepreneur. So that makes him, twice as good as someone who only trains. I hope that helps everyone here. Someone raised their hand. Okay, Hussein Khamis. Yeah. Okay. Good. Cool. I want to thank you all, unless you want to jump in and shoot another question, for being here with us. I hope you liked and benefited from this session. Help us to do more of this by giving us feedback, privately. Tell us how it was for you. Tell us what are the topics that you would like to hear more and questions you want to be answered, and we will create more to come. This comes between the TOT sessions that I and Badr do. So I and Badr are always available for you, not only in the TOT sessions, but outside, as he just promised, okay? And this session was one evidence of doing that. The next TOT is physical in Bahrain. We are using maximum the no restrictions at this level to do the physical session. It's going to be by Highfield International. And it's going to be from in the morning from 5 to 9 December, from 8 to 2 in the day. So someone is asking a question. Okay, Firas from Saudi, many thanks for sharing. It was a pleasure to attend this session. Thank you, Firas, and it was a pleasure to have you, the first one to enter the room. But thank you, everyone. And Badr, one last word.
My last word, I would say it was a great pleasure to be here. I'm so happy, so glad. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, Muhammad. And thank you all for attending. It was really nice, and great pleasure again. And again, it's an invitation for you. Anything that you might think that we are useful for to help you out with anything, we're always there for each other. So please do not hesitate.
So this is where I forget. Badr, as I end the session, can you type how people can reach you, like your email, for example, or LinkedIn, or whatever that you wish.
Yeah,
at least
sure.
1 or 2 contacts, especially email. And I would say that after what we heard from Mr. Badr and the exchanges with you, ladies and gentlemen, we are better trainers, definitely, and we understand better what training is about. so many thought-provoking ideas and insights. Thank you very much, Badr, and thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. If you want any extra information or you want to reach out to Mr. Badr, you know me, you can contact me. This is my WhatsApp. Some of you came through other means, so this is my WhatsApp. Do let me know how we can help you further. Thank you, Badr, and thank you, everyone, and have a good night, all of you. And this is Badr's WhatsApp, by the way,
Yeah, well,
before I close.
973. So
973, not double nine.
yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you
Thank
all.
you very much.
Hope
Good
to see
night to you all.
soon. Thank you. Great.